Hi, my name is Alex Latta from Wilfrid Laurier University, and I'm here today to answer the question, should access to clean water be a human right? Well, the answer clearly is yes. The right to life is pretty universally recognized, and our bodies are mostly made of water. We can't really have a right to life without a right to the water to keep these bodies alive. That said, it took a lot of effort by activists, communities, organizations, scholars, and politicians around the world to have that right recognized at an international level. That recognition finally came in July of 2010 when the United Nations General Assembly passed a resolution recognizing access to clean water as a human right. Later in that same year, the United Nations Human Rights Commission reaffirmed that resolution, essentially enshrining the right to water alongside other internationally recognized human rights. So there you go. We already have a right to clean water. But what does that really mean? The funny thing about human rights is that we only invoke them when they're not being met. So recognizing a right to clean water is only half the battle. It's another tool for people and communities struggling to secure access to clean water. And right now, the lack of access to clean water and proper sanitation remains a major problem around the world, and with huge impacts. UNICEF estimates that almost 2,000 children under the age of 5 die every single day as a result of diarrhea that they suffer because they don't have access to clean water, proper sanitation, and hygiene. Every one of those deaths is the violation of a human right. Now, as we discuss water in the context of human rights, I'd like to put three other issues on the table. First of all, this is not just a developing world problem. Right here in Canada, a consistently high number of Aboriginal communities find themselves under boil water advisories. Secondly, a human right to clean water doesn't necessarily address glaring issues of inequality in access to water. Even in relatively arid parts of the world, wealthy neighborhoods typically enjoy an abundance of water, not just for household use, but also for things like recreation and landscaping. Meanwhile, poor households in those same areas often spend a significant part of their income just to get minimum water requirements met for their families. The third thing I'd like to say is that a human right to clean water, conceived in terms of household water use, doesn't actually protect the water in our environment. Shouldn't we also have a right to a clean environment so that the rivers, lakes, and oceans around us are relatively free of life-threatening contaminants? So, a right to clean water is definitely a move in the right direction, but it's just the beginning if we really want to mend our relationship with this life-giving liquid.